Our next guest is a co-chair of this year's Advancing Medical Research campaign. He's also a regional director of real estate for CVS Caremark. He was diagnosed with ALS in 2010, and he continues to be a fighter and inspire us all. Please welcome Treg Charlton.
This is terrific. I get to follow a Nobel Prize winner and the top ALS doc in the world. Brenda gets to follow some real estate schlub. But I know half of you are probably thinking, oh no, not this guy again. And the other half are probably thinking, does this guy even have ALS? But I keep coming back, and it's a great honor to be out here not only to represent CVS, but all those families out there praying for a cure for ALS. Many of you already know my story, so I'm just going to give the thumbnail version today. CVS represents a large chunk of my life. 4 years ago, I started working with CVS, and 4 years before that, I worked for a company that supported CVS. My average week includes running around the cornfields of Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, looking for new store locations. It's something I love to do. But almost 3 years ago to the day, I was living and working in Kansas City with my family when I noticed an unusual cramping in my hand. And only 5 months after that, my wife and I walked out of the Kansas University Medical Center with some pretty grim news. Now, this would understandably scare the heck out of most people, but it is something that my wife and I knew more about than we probably wanted to, those 3 letters, ALS. One of my best friends had been fighting the disease for 4 years. Now, this guy, Barry Winovich, is a superstar in the ALS community. He, when diagnosed, he and my friend Jack Subel put together a foundation called Bright Side of the Road, signed up to raise $1.5 million for a permanent research chair in Barry's name at the Cleveland Clinic, and I'm very happy to say that just about a month ago they met that goal. Of course, many of you know Barry. He served as co-spokesperson last year for the campaign that raised $4.3 million for the ALS Therapy Alliance, and physically, Barry's been pretty stable. His voice is certainly nothing to brag about, but it's just, the voice part's endlessly frustrating, but he can still swallow food on his own and breathe on his own. And he still gets out to concerts about once a week and communicates daily with us on email and Facebook. But there's no sugarcoating it. It is a tough, tough existence, as it is for anybody who's 100% reliant on others to survive. And strangely, as many of you know, Barry and I live on the same street. We like to joke that the street has the highest incidence of ALS of anywhere in the world, so you might want to stay away. But it's a difficult thing watching your best friend battle a disease that remains undefeated, and maybe tougher still to watch your family watch Barry, what he's going through, and knowing deep down what they're thinking. Since my diagnosis, however, I've allowed myself down moments, but never down days. And I want the same for my girl. We all know the toughest part of my journey lies ahead. And today, what do I have to complain about, really? Trouble buttoning my shirts or getting some help from my daughters cutting my food. It's not much, you know. But in 3 years, ALS has sapped most of my physical strength. My inner strength, however, continues to grow daily. And I owe much of that to my wife, Diane. My daughters, Audrey and Mia, would you stand up and give a wave? And certainly to my friend Barry. This disease is very much about inner strength and hope. And if either are in short supply, you don't stand much of a chance. Our opponent is merciless and it is brutal. And I've lost Facebook friends, it seems like every week, from the disease. But I'm thankful every single day, not only for my family, but that God would think enough of me to put the strongest guy I know at the end of my street. And I lean on him for support. Now, when diagnosed, I remember telling my bosses, I hoped I could work another 6 months. But I'm proud to say, and very blessed to say, that my artificial deadlines have come and gone 4 times in the past 3 years. And through all this, CVS continues to stand by me. I haven't missed a day of work, and though I can no longer type at the computer, they provided me the equipment I need not only to keep up, but to continue to excel. And in that time, I played a role in the creation of 40 new CVS stores, and I take a lot of pride in each one. A lot of that inspiration comes from Coach Jimmy Valvano, who sports fans will know as the coach of the NC State Wolfpack, who won the 1983 NCAA basketball championship, beating Houston. Now, cancer survivors probably know him better for a speech he gave at the ESPY shortly before he succumbed. And his words are hard to shake because I think they apply to ALS. And they certainly apply to you, Audrey, and me, and I want you to listen carefully to what he said. ALS can take away all Dad's physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And more than that, it can never touch the love I have for you. So thank you to CVS Pharmacy and John Roberts for all you do in supporting and trying to fund a cure for this disease. For the folks in our operations team, where the rubber really meets the road, our regional sales managers, district managers, store managers, and folks working the cashiers who took it upon themselves to learn about ALS and CF and put themselves out there to ask everybody for $1. I just, people question me about my faith, and I'll look at them and I will say, have you seen the resumes of the folks that work for the ALS Therapy Alliance? If God and those doctors are on my side, who can be against us? My family and I are honored to be here again today to play a role in this campaign, and are very blessed to be able to share it with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Treg.